my pickups. This is for December 2017, last of 2017. It is already 2018 when this goes up because I had company over and I did not want to, record a video with other people. That would just be a big mess. But regardless, I'm going to start off with Nintendo games. First off is Diddy Kong Racing DS. It's I think it's just a direct port of the Diddy Kong Racing from the N64, if I remember right. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's basically the same exact thing. Next up we have Animal Crossing Wild World. Probably the best Animal Crossing game in the series. It's still pretty expensive. I think it's more expensive than New Leaf is right now, which is kind of funky. Then we got Super Monkey Ball Touch and Roll. It's just Monkey Ball on the DS. Nothing super special about it, but Monkey Ball games are fun, so I like it. If you can hear scratching, it's the cat. Then we have Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands. This game is okay. It's not awful. I think it has the arcade game on it, I think it is. So that's kind of neat. And the final one, I had the base game of this, but I did not have the special edition, and I got this for Christmas. It is the Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE, the Persona Fire Emblem Cross game. The special edition comes with, I think it's a soundtrack, card, like character cards. It comes with DLC. Of course, it comes with the game, which I already had, so that wasn't particularly what I wanted it for, but, it's still neat. So this is the game. This is what the base game looks like as well, so there's no difference there. Let me just find out which one has the codes on it. It is this one, so I'll put this one aside. These are the stickers that came with it. Stickers are whatever to me. I, for the most part, will not ever touch them, but, it's neat. This is, I think this is an art book. Yeah, seems like this is an art book, which is really neat. I love art books for Fire Emblem characters, because they're always super in-depth, since the series has been around forever. This is the soundtrack that also has those cards I was saying. Let me give you a sample of these cards. These are the cards here. I don't really know what the cards do, but, they're there. I have no idea what they're for, but these are what they are. They're kind of neat, I guess. Tiki is probably my favorite character in this game, which is weird because I don't really like base Tiki all that much in Fire Emblem games. She's not very good, but young Tiki's really good in Fire Emblem games though, so I will give her that. But regardless, so long as Sheeta isn't your favorite character, we're all good here. There we go. That is the special edition. So now I can get rid of my normal edition one. And just rock out with that. And then we'll move on to PlayStation. I got a bunch of odd PlayStation stuff, so I'm going to show that. I'll show the... This wasn't in the box, but he had the back part of the box and the manual for some reason. I got a box of PlayStation 2 stuff for free. This was in it. It's just a manual and like the instruction back from the box. And then the actual insert itself, it has the, what are these things called? The LR adapters, maybe? And it has the original Ultra Black Sony batteries in it, which is funny. They were in the controller. I took them out. The controller itself, the DVD controller for the PlayStation, is super clean. Looks brand new, basically. So that was really cool. I was happy to see that in the box. And then the whole reason I actually got the box was this right here. I saw this on top of the box, because this was from Facebook. They had one picture of it, and this is all I could see in the picture, and from this I wanted it. It was the, what is this thing called? The network adapter? The network adapter for the PlayStation. Still sealed in the box, which is really nice. It's not in the greatest shape, it's all, cloudy and scratched up, but it is completely sealed still, never open. You'll see in a little bit why this is still sealed. I have a pretty good inkling as to why. Because something else in there is still sealed that needs this, so pretty sure that's why that's still sealed. In the couple games that were in it, there's a High Rollers Casino game. Probably garbage. Never played it, so I don't want to say it's garbage. Grand Theft Auto 3. This is not the double pack edition, so that's nice. Vice City. Vice City's a fun one again. All of these have the posters in them as well, which is kind of neat. San Andreas. Everybody has Grand Theft Auto games if you had a PlayStation 2. That's just a way of life. And then this is the reason why I think at least that was still sealed, because this is also still sealed. It is the SOCOM US Navy SEALs. The edition that had that headset, that weird, stupid SOCOM branded headset. I don't think... Oh, there's a picture of it. This thing. It had that... You scroll down, if you could, a little bit on this this wire here, and there was a big old box. And it was SOCOM branded, and it had all the controls on it, and it was a pain in the butt. I remember that. I remember that thing. That's why I think that's still sealed, because that's still sealed. Next up, we have a couple more. This one was in the box. This is Silent Scope. This came out really, really early in PlayStation 2's life cycle. It's a good game, though. It was a lot of fun. This was not in that box. This is The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. It's a great Hulk game, though. It's what a Hulk game should be. It's basically running around and destroying buildings, and it's the real Hulk experience, unlike the other Hulk games. This one I got at a thrift store, along with the final two PlayStation 2 games. This is Turtle Smash Up. I've never played it, so I don't know if it's actually any good, but the little comic book is in there, so that's nice. Then the final two were two Tekken games, Tekken Tag Tournament and Tekken 4. As I said, they were both at the same thrift store as that Turtles game. I'll do the one PC game I got. This was in the PlayStation box as well. It is Guild Wars Game of the Year. For whatever reason, I guess this was something he played on PC. It's all in there, so that's kind of neat. Probably used codes if there were any, but I don't really care. The box is nice. That's all that I really care about. Then the complete collection for Gears of War 2. This is cool because all the cards, these things here that have all the codes on them, the codes are not used. The cardboard cutouts aren't even pulled off yet. They're brand spanking new. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I got this, that, Gears of War, and one more game in the 360 stack at a Habitat for Humanity thrift store that I go to that has a black section in the back, is what they call it. It's like a black shelf section, I think is the correct term. And everything back there is priced at, I think, $1 or something like that. And that's where I found these. Call of Duty Black Ops. This was the main thing that I wanted from it because it's backwards compatible now, and a lot of people like it for the zombie mode. This one was at a different thrift store. This is Gunstringer. I didn't have it, so it's kind of neat. I don't know if this is saying that, oh, it's got the entire game of Fruit Ninja downloaded. That's kind of neat, I guess. It's an extra incentive, I guess. This one was weird because I went to a thrift store and I saw this. I didn't know what the heck it was. It just says Aliens vs. Predator Xbox. So I was hoping, I was praying it was the one that I wanted. And I opened it up, and just like that, of course, it is an Extinction, which is like the one that you want on original Xbox. It had a ring around it, and I asked what the ring was from, and they said they had no idea. So they just gave it to me. Later, it turned out that I just rubbed it off with rubbing alcohol. It was just some form of, I don't know, dirt or something. I never showed this off either, but I got a memory card in that box of free PlayStation stuff. I also got 2 PlayStations. So there's also that. Sorry about that. Then I got these bad boys. It's a LOZ is the company. I don't know exactly what these are, but I do know that they are Like, I don't know exactly how popular these things are, I guess is a better way to say that. But they're neat. They're little Lego put them together yourself figurines. I got that little Donatello and I put them together real quick. It's very easy. It's very easy to follow. So that's good. Now, the last couple things are, of course, movies and soundtracks. The first one's a soundtrack. It is the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring soundtrack by Howard Shore. The inside isn't particularly interesting because it's got nothing there, but it does have the soundtrack CD itself right here, which is very pretty. And then it has, I think it's like an art book right here. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it just goes through a couple scenes. Yeah. It's not really an art book, but, you know, it's got a couple infamous scenes in it. So it's not a particularly fancy art or soundtrack, unfortunately, because it does look it when you look at it like this. It almost looks biblical, but, you know, not too fancy. Got a couple Blu-rays. I got 5 of them. 3 of them actually, came from the dollar section in the same thrift store where I got those 360 games. One of which would be District 9. I think I have this on DVD, but I actually like this movie. This is a movie that didn't get much recognition when it came out, but a couple of years later, people found it again and thought it was really good, which I agree with, because it is really good. Now, the polar opposite of that is The Last Airbender. I got this because this movie is hilariously bad. I retract that, actually. It's not even hilariously bad. It's just bad. It's not even bad to a point where it's funny. It's just outrageously bad, but those are the kind of movies I like for whatever reason. Then I got, again, a polar opposite, Requiem for a Dream. This is an excellent movie. In my opinion, this is Marlon Wayans' best movie. He's been in a lot of movies, but I think this was the smartest one he's ever been in, because this is a very good movie. If you've never seen it, I would highly recommend watching it. If you like the genre, of course. Then there is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Never seen this movie, but it's a Transformers movie. How bad can it be, I guess? And then the last one. This one was weird to me. Very weird. It is Your Name. I watched it with friends when I got it. And I gotta say, I'm not saying that this movie is bad, but I am gonna say that I don't really understand how it took off as much as it did. Because the premise of this movie is not really one that I think would appeal to like a mainstream audience. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It's just it didn't seem like something that should be as popular as it is compared to other things that are also not mass or not made for the masses, I guess. It's a little bland, I want to say, but I don't want to be mean because it is a good movie. I'm just gonna get off it. I don't want to rant about it. Then I got this Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters Guide, which seemingly someone's dog bit or something. But this thing's kind of cool. I know these things were at it was like a trading card shop. I remember seeing these. You couldn't buy them; they just give them to you. And the disc looks really neat. I gotta say, that's a cool looking disc. But it was basically just explaining the card game. It's nothing super special. Then I already had this movie, but my nephew really liked it, which is comical because his movie is awful. But it is Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. This one is sealed, so I can let my nephew have the copy I have, and he can bring it back home with him. And I can just hold on to that one, because it's so bad that I don't have to worry about ever watching it again, because now he can bring that one home. Next up, I'm going to fly through these because I've never actually seen this show. I bought these at a thrift store strictly because of the people who made it. It is by Studio Clamp. It's called Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. I've never heard of it, but they were 75 cents a DVD. I got volume 1. This is 2. This is 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we have 8, 9, 10, and finally 11. I believe it is until episode 48. It is episode 1 through episode 48. I don't actually know how many there are. I would assume that's all of them, because that's a very large sequential collection to find without it being all of them. But again, never seen the show, only very vaguely looked into it, because I got it not that long ago. Then I went to a local record store, and they have a table of dollar DVDs that I always go to. I loved this movie when I first saw it, 30 Days a Night. I think it aged pretty well, actually. It is a vampire movie set in Alaska, where they have the 30 days, the month-long eclipse where there's no sun and it's only darkness. It's a vampire movie based on that, and it's really, really neat. The sound effects in this are fantastic, I'm not going to lie to you. Then next up we have Transformers Energon, Shock Blast Unleashed. Never heard of it, never seen it. That's 2 new Transformers for me. Then we have Samurai Champloo. The show is excellent, in my opinion. I really, really love the soundtrack to these. I got this at a thrift store as well. I think this was like $1 or 75 cents or something like that. So that was neat. It's also sealed. I don't know if I'm even going to open it. Got 3 VHSs and then we're done here. I got Godzilla vs. Megalodon, which I am very, very excited for. This is a fantastic movie. Not one of the best in the series, but it is a good Godzilla movie, nonetheless. Kevin Costner in Waterworld. I think this movie's excellent. A lot of people don't like this movie, but I actually think it's really good. I think it's, a lot of people say it's very campy and slow, but I'm okay with that. And finally, we have The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. Brave Little Toaster movies, I think, are enormously slept on. They're pretty neat. I like the voice actors in them for whatever reason. I think they're funny. I recommend checking them out if you haven't seen them before. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching. That's everything I got. Sorry this is a little late, but I will see you at the end of January. Thank you very much.